Good morning, peace. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So today we're going to talk about the truth about water. We are made up of 72% water. That's one of the main facts everybody knows, that we're made up of mostly all water. But the truth about water is, of course, people see conspiracies, but what is the truth? Yes, your water is filled with fluoride. Yes, fluoride is not good for your body. It's filled with calcium. A lot of calcium is not good for your body either. So filtered water is extremely important. So that kind of covers the easy part of it, right? So let's get in a little bit more deeper of what water actually is, okay? Yes, you want to drink filtered water because it's better for your body. But what else about water is important? The structure of what water is, molecularly, cellular memory, is water. Water remembers everything. That's how it can take its shape of everything. So, if it has memory, it's important to understand how that memory affects us whenever we actually intake it into our bodies. So, let's say we get our water, you have your drinking water and you get it out of your faucet. Maybe you drink filtered water out of your refrigerator, or however you get water. The water comes from somewhere. So that being said, so let's say it comes from the ground, which most water does. So let's say it comes from the ground, lakes, or whatever. So the water goes through pipes, goes through different places and turns and hits this and finally goes out and pressurized and shoots into your glass. And you see it swirling around, and you drink it. That's pretty a common scenario. It's damaging for your body, dramatically damaging for your body, because it's molecular, so it has that memory. So the spinning around of everything that you see, sometimes it's foggy, sometimes it's just bubbly, it's just mixing around. And then it settles. Why is it mixing around? Because it's memorizing everything it just went through, all the stresses and anxiety of different things that it went through in order to get into your glass. So if you take that and put it into your body, you're taking all that anxiety, stress, and everything else into your body. So what energetically it's doing to your body is dismantling and redoing everything inside of your body. Energetically, emotionally, so whenever you drink it straight away, you may, oh wow, I had to drink that. Sometimes it doesn't go down very well. Sometimes it's hard to go down. Well, because it's memorizing all of the shapes that it went through and all the anxiety and pressures, and now it's trying to take shape of your glass and then immediately take shape of your body. And now it's memorizing that. And then if it's cold, it also has to heat up to about almost 100 degrees, because inside of our bodies is almost 100 degrees. So if you take cold water and put it into your body, now you see how confusing and disembobulated and so many different things are going on at one time just drinking your water? And that could be just filtered water. So what's the truth on how, as a human being, we should be drinking our water? Well, we meditate. Meditate is important, right? We meditate. So, why wouldn't we allow our water to meditate as well? Because if it just memorized everything it just went through, all the stresses of everything that it just went through, in order to get into your glass, why don't we let it sit? Why don't we hold it for a moment and let it finish getting done with whatever it's getting done in your glass? And let it settle. All the stresses are gone. Now whenever you put it into your body, it's smooth. You may even feel that it tastes so much better. It's just fresh, because now all the anxieties and all the stresses and everything are gone. It's cleansed, it's purified. Now it's going into your body and hydrating your body. Now, I drink my water at room temperature, and I truly believe that's the way everybody should be drinking their water. Either warm or room temperature. Hot's great because hot tea, it's cleansing and things. But the way we normally should drink our water, it should be through either room temperature or close to the temperature of our body. Because if we take cold water and put it into our body, it's hard on our organs. It's hard on our gallbladder. It's harder because it's got to heat itself up in order to hydrate ourselves. But the whole point about us drinking water is to hydrate. Well, no, it's still got to go through a process. If you're putting cold water or even ice is even worse. I know a lot of people like to chew ice. I know my significant other, she loves to chew ice, and some of the kids love to chew ice. People here see that, think that you have an iron deficiency if you chew ice. But what is ice? Well, ice is frozen water, and it memorized everything it went through being frozen. Depends on how long you take to be frozen. So if you have it set and then freeze it, well, that's great. But then you don't want to put that into your body because now it's cold. But at the same time, don't we enjoy cold water? Well, yeah, but it's not really good for you. It's amazing the things that we enjoy in life naturally because our physicality enjoys it. But it's not really good for us. It's confusing sometimes. But going back to drinking water. Now, let's say you have ice. Go back to ice. You get your ice out of the refrigerator. You hear it come down or whatever it's going through. It's memorizing all those different things. Crunching. But where did the water come from before it was frozen? See, there's all stresses, anxieties, and it's frozen in that state. And then you put it into your water, now it's got to go through its process again. Not good for you. So the best way to drink water for ascension and for just the truth of what you should be doing is get filtered water. I have a few gallon jug, and I let it. I fill the jug up with filtered water. I just let it set, and I just let it set. I don't get drinking water out of the refrigerator. I don't get drinking water out of the faucet. I don't get drinking water anywhere else but the water that's been meditating, room temperature, at its setting. So whenever I'm ready, whenever the water is ready for me to enjoy or me to medicinally take care of my body, I then fill up my glass with the water, let it set. And then if you ever seen, that's one thing to do. I think I would highly recommend is go on YouTube or go online or whatever and see emotional states of water and actually how that looks. Because if you put into anger, if you put in that anxiety and stresses and things, and then you zoom into water, its form is different. Physically, it actually physically changes its form. But then if you take water and you hold it in your love, thank you, and that gratitude, I appreciate this. This is going to be healing for my body. If you take a microscope into that water, the physicality changes. It's more beautiful. The structure of it is different. So if the structure of it's different, and those vibrations and everything you're putting, that's another thing to research online, is what does vibrations and frequencies do to water shapes? We are made of 72% water. So vibrations and frequencies are going to affect us dramatically. So why wouldn't it do with the water we drink? So if we hold our water, hold it and just say, just for a moment, and then drink it. That's the way it's going to be healing for your body. If you do this, once you do this consistently enough, you fill your body up with those positive things, you'll start to feel a little different. The more sensitive you are, the more you've been in meditation, the more heightened you are in your vibration, and the more your energies are heightened, you start to be a lot more sensitive to these things. And as we go on, as the world and humanity progresses, as it's progressing dramatically right now, as a lot of people are well aware of these things, you will become more sensitive, and these things will be dramatically important. So if you start to practice these things now, it's important. It's just a slight thing. Slight thing to adjust to just become a lifestyle change. And you'll start to see the benefits of these things, as I did. Now, another thing with water is the container in which you drink your water out of is extremely important. I get away from drinking bottled water out of plastic. You don't know where that plastic has been. You don't know how long that water has sat in that plastic bottle, and you don't know the weather it went through. Because if you're on a hot day, and the bottle of water's been sitting there, so you have a case of water out in the sun, that sun and that heat will heat up that plastic into that water. And the poisons and chemicals and things from that plastic will go inside that water, and then you drink it. That's poison, a literal poison for your body, and that will give you cancer. It's proven. Heated plastic in foods and in water will cause cancer, and bad things will happen to your body over time. So glass or copper or brass, a good, not aluminum, a good metal like that, or a glass. Sometimes you can get really good water bottles that are that way. That's a great way to drink it. No matter how it's heated up, just get away from plastic. Plastic altogether is poison to your body. The ones that keep putting plastic on our products and our food and our waters and everything, they understand that it's not a conspiracy, it's true. If you look it up and do your own research. If you heat up water, if you heat up plastic, the chemicals will poison whatever that's going, whether it's water or your food. So, there's an enlightened thing for you. Water. What else about water? Water is a being, like we are a human being. Water is a being that's connected all over the universe, all over the world. So the glass of water that you have is connected to the water in the ocean, which is also connected to your body. So you mostly be made up of water, 72% water. You have that being, you're made up of that being that is connected to all other water cells in existence. Just like fire is a being, earth is a being, air is a being, as you are a human being. These are beings. These are alive beings that are conscious. And knowing those things, you have your fire within you. Water, you're mostly made up of water. So all the water, the oceans, the lakes, the water that's running to the faucets and the plumbing, everywhere, the rain that comes down, you are immediately connected to all the water in the world. All the water ever existed. And that has memory. And since that has memory, that has cellular memory inside of you, you can tap into that memory. Feed yourself with good water. Connect more with that water being. And understand the things that are in society that keeps us away from developing as a natural human being is supposed to develop. Naturally, through God and divine from within you, growing you just like it grows everything else. Feed it the right things, naturally, the way it's supposed to be done. And you will go leaps and bounds. Your spirituality will lift off dramatically. So I hope this video about water, H2O, is extremely enlightening for you. I hope it was valuable for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe so more people can see this information, so we show up. That's why this channel shows up more in the algorithms. So this could be, maybe touch somebody in a different way or change somebody's way of perceiving things. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Sending you plenty of peace, love. Namah Shivaya. Vaya Namasi.